I want you to know that you can fix you. I am Greg with the Job Tips and Straight Talk channel. Thank you for checking in today. This is a very, very important video if you are an employee who tends to have work issues, whether it's quality of your work, whether it's attendance, personal hygiene, just following through on things that you know to do. You're having difficulty, and your boss has come to you and said, here are the things I expect because you're kind of on thin ice. You can fix it. It sounds simple, but people make it much more complicated than it needs to be. I'm going to give you an anecdotal situation that's happening right now and why I am stressing this and the importance of it in this manner. We presently have in our company an employee who does pretty good work. Not exceptional, but pretty good work. His customers like his work. He gets along well with his customers and his coworkers. But there have been a list of things that have just slowly been slipping in his work routine. Things that are required. Not optional kinds of things, not things that are micromanaged kind of things that, the boss should kind of back off and let the guy kind of do his thing. There are certain careers like that. This is not one of those. This is just a type of job that certain specifics are required. And he's been really missing it on a lot of them after several just sort of casual conversations and so on. Well, then last week, I had to have one of those very difficult confrontational meetings with him to say, this has to stop or you cannot work here. And it was a heavy-duty meeting, and he received it in a very heavy-duty way. But the very next day, the only thing among the list of things that we talked about that must be fixed right now was the fact that he was on time for work. I came in this morning, which was over the weekend, so the last workday when this was recorded, at the time of this recording was Friday, today it's Monday, not when you're watching this perhaps, but time of this recording. And I checked on some of the things that we talked about, and sure enough, bad. And my mind's like, I can't believe this. The very next day, we had the conversation on a Thursday, so Friday's work, end of Friday, I checked it this morning, is what I looked at, and what happened there? So part of our discussion is the follow-up document listing out, here are the things. Sign here, please. So we know that we have an agreement. We understand what the ramifications are if such and so are not followed. To no avail. So the mindset of some people, here's my point, is they're not going to fix themselves. Or maybe they think that the boss is just idly threatening to cut him loose or to cut his pay or to fill in the blank. I want you to be mindful that when the boss calls you in, if you're that kind of employee, and you very well might be, so this is for you if you are. This doesn't apply to you. Maybe you're an employer or a manager of people that this applies to. This will still fit for you. But this is addressing you if you are that kind of employee. Understand that if your boss calls you in or has been patient over a period of time thinking, maybe he's just having a bad day and maybe he'll self-correct, but then has to have that meeting with you, take it to heart because the boss is trying to save you. Maybe also trying just to document before he cans you, but when you're given the full recipe of what you need to do to save yourself in your company, in your job, do it. You have the power within you to fix it. All your boss can do is give you the guidance so that you know what you need to do. And assuming that you have the skill to do that, like, take a shower, shave, be here on time, clean your tools at the end of the day. They're basic stuff. These are not things that require training, for example. You just do these things. You have that power, and if you just don't. If you're just going to thwart the rules, you will find yourself out of a job. But on the other hand, if you turn around, I'll give you a perfect example of this happening in my own career. Many years ago, and I worked for a large corporation, you can be a superstar. Now here's that situation. Many, many years ago in a land far, far away, I was the regional director for a large Fortune 500 company, and I had a staff of employees, one of which was just the guy I just talked about. Not the same person, but that type of individual. And when it came to, going through the year, having many conversations and even some sit-down meetings, and oh my goodness, at the end of the year, when it came to performance appraisal time, it was a numeric system. I gave him second to lowest because it deserved the next lowest fired. So he was one level away from being fired. We had this very, very heavy meeting. That was the meeting that really sunk in with him. And the next year, he had turned himself around so much, still working for me, still in the same role, but turned everything around with a good development plan. He got Employee of the Year of 12,000 employees. It's a fact. So it can be done. If you're that person that's having that issue, don't think that the boss is just a tyrant. Maybe he is. So what? He's still the boss. And it is up to you to do the job that you're being paid to do, and maybe even above and beyond, so that you're recognized for extra achievements. And you may find yourself getting Employee of the Year if your company has those sorts of things, or getting a promotion, or getting a nice pay raise, and all these kinds of good things, because you can fix it. You can fix yourself. Don't be irredeemably bad to where you're just like, whatever, because that's going to follow you throughout your entire life. And depending on your age, now some might think, well, once you get to a certain age, 28, 30, 35, you're kind of baked in with your habits. And I would tend to agree. This example I gave you of the one who turned it around and became Employee of the Year, he was 62 years of age. So he turned himself around at a late stage of life, fixed it, because he was consciously enough aware and self-aware, frankly, and humble enough to say, I'm just going to fix it. I'm just going to fix this. And he did. You can do the same thing. Well, thank you for watching. I hope this helps you. I hope it dug deep, because that's what some of these videos are designed to do. Not fluff, not pie-in-the-sky stuff, but designed to help you. I don't know you. I've never met you. But if this helps you, then I've done my job. Please comment down below what you think about this video, if in fact this helps you, or if you have had this kind of situation before and you turned it around. And what was the result? Because your comments can help others who see this video, who might be dealing with this within themselves. And if you can provide comments, if you have this situation where you were this type of employee and you turned it around, how did you turn it around? What was the aha moment, the epiphany, besides that difficult meeting with the boss, that made you say, man, time to fix it. Time to right the ship. Share that in the comments, because that helps others. And I'll be so grateful. Also, please like, subscribe, share, do all those great things. And I will see you in the next video.